Hey y'all, it is Believe Me, and I'm back with a hair review. I went back to Beeos, y'all, because the last wig I bought from them lasted me about 3 years. I actually still have it. If I knew how to ventilate hair on the lace, I would do that on that wig, but I just don't have that skill yet, and over time it sheds. But anyways, I took out the combs off this wig, and it is a transparent lace 13 by 6. The hair is still great quality like the last one, 22 inches. That's what I do in the back of my wigs because my head is smaller, mainly because I am also bald, or I have a TWA, I should say. So I put it together like that so that it can be tighter on my head. The front part of the lace could be more snug, I should say. But anyways, I'm just sizing it up right now, just so you could see how it does blend very well with the skin. I put on a certain light though, because at certain angles you could see like a white film on that lace. So I just can demonstrate how you can get rid of that film the way that you cut the lace. And this is going to be a very beginner-friendly demonstration of how to apply the wig. I recently learned with all those bald caps and glue and gel, and it's just, your edges don't survive. They do not survive at all. And I just grew them back, so I'm trying to save them, preserve them. So I'm just showing the rest of the world how I do that, which is don't use that glue, don't use that bald cap, and just mousse and edge control. That's all I do. So right now I'm just slicing it up on my head. As you can see, it's already kind of blended in, looking a little bit natural, but I just had to get some baby hairs and hairs in the front to blend it better. But that's the edge control I use. It's wonderful. It lays my edges down all day. Like the beginning of my video, you saw my edges. That was from the beginning of this morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and they were still laid down. So I love the edge control. You don't even have to comb it in or nothing. I just literally slap it on my edges and they stay in place, and it doesn't flake. It does not flake, and I love that. And then in combination with the mousse that I use, them together, they don't flake when they're used together, because it tends to happen that way when you use two different products. But here is the part where I take out the baby hair. I don't cut all the baby hairs off. I keep the ones on the side relatively long, or actually really long, and then the pieces in the front, I cut them very, very short. And it just gives more a natural look, and without all that swooping and stuff like that, because those types of edges are out. nobody do that no more. We want it as natural as possible. So this is me just taking out what I want as far as my baby hairs, or just hairs out, I should say. And you can see, like, when you put the hairs out in the front, it looks it blends very well. It looks more natural. And I will tell you this, and because you're going to see a different angles too, the mistake of not tying down the lace after you apply mousse to it, like not setting it by tying a scarf around it, because it will lift and it will start to show that cast, that white cast will show. In natural sunlight, it's not so bad, but when you do like light like this, what I'm doing right now, like a studio light or a therapy light, it's going to show, depending on the angle your head's tilted. But that's neither here nor there, but it's just a lesson that I'm showing y'all as well. Make sure you tie it down, because that mousse, along with tying it down, will take away that white cast looking thing that's still in there, because you don't want to put any color on it, like, at all, because it's a transparent lace and it's just going to look nasty. Or you could try. I don't know. I don't like it, but you might have a method that works for you. But anyways, so I am continually taking out those baby hairs, and I cut it very, very short in the middle. So extremely short in the middle for the baby hairs, and I keep them long on the sides, but it helps it blend better. And since I flaked out my edges as well on the side, then my edges kind of blend in with the wig edges, so that it, again, has more natural hairline. It looks more natural and not just straight across. So there, you see I'm short, I'm cutting it and doing like a jagged cut with the scissors, so that it doesn't look very blunt. And then what I do is get this mousse here, and I forgot to display the mousse, but it's Tresemme mousse. And I'll put a picture so you can see what kind I use in particular. And then just slick it down, like so, like that. but you see it all coming together. You don't need much mousse at all, just a tiny bit of mousse. And what I like about this mousse is that when you use it, it doesn't give, it doesn't make the hair stringy. Like, it's not a very heavy weigh down mousse. Like, if I use it and I have it tied down on my lace to set it, I can fluff out the hair so that looks more natural too, because that's one thing I can't stand is when it's just super straight and slick. Like, no, I don't like that. We got little bumps and curls, and even when our hair is slick, we got more texture to it, so it doesn't look right when it's super straight. Now I'm getting to the sides, and so to hide the lace right there, again, getting a little bit of mousse, and then slicking it down like that. And then I'll do it on the other side too. You see, it just looks really good. And I did tweeze it a little bit more, tweeze the hair on this lace, just to give more natural look. But I'm telling you, the way that they ventilated the lace, the baby hairs are perfect. They're so easy to tame and to manipulate, like the way you want them to go. The ventilation is great. The lace is wonderful. The hair is great. I'll do a demonstration of how it curls in a second. Sorry, I just had to turn my light on there because it's starting to get dark. And then, yeah, you can see, it just blends right in with my skin. And so what I did also, I forgot to mention that when I did with the edge control, I slicked down my sideburns. So my sideburns are out, but that just helps with the lace looking more natural, because I have the hardest time, especially with new wig users. I'm pretty sure they have the hardest time trying to get the sideburns to slick down and to stay in place. It just lifting everything like that. So it's just better if I put it by my ear like that. And it looks natural, it looks good. Like, it all blends together. So I'm just showing a demonstration. Oop, almost dropped the camera there. Here's a demonstration of how it curls. And I got my trusty Revlon. I love baby girl. Alright, so, and the hair curls so nice. Look at this. Oh my god. Look at her. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So anyways, I'm about to now show different styles of what you can do with her. So I like my swoop, okay? Little swoop right there. And she's still blending. If you don't want the little piece out, just put it behind your ear like that. Like, you don't need all them little baby hairs all around the perimeter. Just make sure you pluck it right. What I usually do is I try to make the temples thinner, just so it lays right. But I'm telling you, the way they ventilated this lace, though, it just, baby hairs do what you want it to do. So whatever your method is, the baby hairs will lie. They will lie exactly how you want them to do. And yes. And I did bleach the knots too. I didn't bleach them as well as I would like, but as you can see, it doesn't matter because it's still really, really, really pretty, like blendable, natural looking.